Associated Press, Carrie Ann.
This is a public communication services collect call from
Stephen Avery.
an inmate at the Calumet County Jail. The use of three-way or call waiting will disconnect the call. This call will be monitored and recorded. To accept this call, dial 5 now.
Oh?
Hello, Stephen.
Yeah?
Hi. Thanks for calling. Well, why don't you, first of all, start out by telling me how you're doing?
I could do better if I was out of here.
Yeah, I bet.
You know?
Well, if we can just jump right in, and if you want to begin by telling me what you think of your nephew's confession.
He was coerced to say it.
So you think that they forced him to confess?
Yeah.
So the things that he told police weren't true, are not true?
No.
Do you know all the specifics on what he told police?
I know a little bit, not much though.
Oh,
Well, he filled out a statement up north in Crivets, and that was the truth, what he did up there.
what would prompt the police to go back to him that way?
Because they don't give up. They wanted something where something made sense. They still after my family yet.
What do you mean by that?
Well, my mom, my fiance came up here, and I guess on the way out, they pulled them over, and I guess Jody said she didn't want to talk to him.
You said Jody said she didn't want to talk to him?
You know, they keep on harassing my whole family. And then they go after my brother's kids, my younger brothers.
Are you talking about Brendan?
No, I'm talking about my younger brother, Earl.
Oh,
His kids. They question them too all the time. And Chucky and Earl.
So you said that you think that he was coerced to say those things.
I know he was. Because there ain't no evidence to back it up. They took everything out of the trailer. They ain't going to find nothing.
Did his confession, his statements, did they change anything for you?
Well, yeah, from me getting out. Otherwise, I probably would have been out. They got me looking like an animal. And they think that I'm going to run, which I would never do that anyway. Innocent people don't run.
Did he come to your trailer that day? He had said that he went over there to drop off a piece of mail. Was that much at least true?
No. He don't get my mail. My mom gets my mail.
And he, just to kind of give you an idea what he said that he went to deliver a piece of mail and that you came to the door and that you had told him that you were raping Teresa and asked if he wanted to participate. I don't know how many details you know about this.
Yeah, I know that.
Okay. And that he found her shackled to the bed. And, does that... I know that there's been mentioned before about these shackles, the arms and the legs.
Yeah.
So those... You had bought those for other reasons, you had said before, right?
Yeah.
And why did you buy them?
When Jody got out, I figured I'd do something different. Because my sister bought a pair too. You know, those ones you can, 1, 2, 3, you can get out of them. All you gotta do is press a button back, and you get out of them real easy. You know, it's like a toy.
So do you place any blame on your nephew for making those statements?
Well, yeah, he shouldn't have said them. But, you know, he's 16 years old, you know. And with the detectives, it don't take much for a young person to, you know, course him to say that stuff. Well, he figured he can't even cut a deer up. You know?
You said cut a deer up?
Yeah. And he can't even do none of that.
He had also said that he was afraid of you.
No.
No,
that's all false.
Why do you think he would say those things?
Detectives. When you figure they took him out of school, and I heard, you know, quite a while, then he only got a 4-hour tape, I heard. Which, where's the other rest of the hours, you know?
You mean the interrogation?
Yeah. And you figured the interrogation was supposed to be all videotaped, everything, and they didn't even do that up north. Because he is a minor. You know, they do what they want to do. Like my brother's kids. They don't put that underneath tape. They go to their house and do it. Which everything should be underneath tape.
To kind of get back to, you know, your nephew has said that he was afraid of you, and then you're disputing that. Was there anything that you ever did to him to make him afraid of you?
No. None of them kids are afraid of me.
Do you think that him why do you think he told police he was afraid of you?
Probably their words.
You know, his attorney said that he was a slow learner, stoic. They described him. Would you say that's true?
Yeah.
How would you describe him?
He's gonna sit in the house and play the games on the TV or the Game Boy or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he can do that all day and all night. You know.
That's what he does all the time?
Yeah, most of the time. One time when he gets out is when I ask him for some help or whatever. You know. And all Barbara's boys, you know, he used to help me all the time. You know, on cars and that. So they can learn. Because nobody else learned them, so I did.
Would you describe him as smart?
Brendan?
Mm-hmm.
Not really.
Do you think it would have been easy for the law enforcement to...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Court?
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Yeah, it would be awful easy.
I haven't talked to your sister personally, but I've seen other news reports where she believes her son, and she's not very happy with you. What is your response to that?
Well, that's because when she said all of that, she never talked to Brendan. Since after she talked to Brendan, well, then now she believes different.
So now she's supporting you?
Yeah.
What about your other family members? What are their feelings in all this?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't talk to Chuck and Earl too much. You know, they've been after them quite a few times, you know. And I think they're still trying to put things together, you know. They ain't against me, you know.
Who's all visiting you?
Mostly my fiance and my mom. And sometimes, her name is Laura. She's from New York.
Is that a friend?
No, she wasn't, but she is now. She does a documentary.
Is she doing a documentary on you?
Yeah, on everything.
And she comes in to see you?
Yeah. Yeah, right now she's in New York. But she's coming back down.
Is that something especially set up? Because I thought that the media couldn't talk to you, or I don't know, she's probably not exactly the media, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I ain't supposed to talk to nobody. This is the first time I've been talking since I got my new lawyer.
If you're not supposed to talk to anyone, why do you feel it's important to talk to me?
Well, I figured, well, a couple questions ain't gonna hurt nothing.
And how do you feel about your new lawyer?
I got two of them.
Oh, right.
They're good. I think they know what they're doing.
What about the lawsuit? We haven't talked about that. I know that you had filed it for $2 million, but you had settled for much less. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that.
I had to settle. Because I need a lawyer. A public defender, what's he going to do? You know, I never talked to him hardly. You know, he did everything on his own. You know, he didn't tell me how to plea or nothing else. And he did the pleading for me. You know. But they all said I was innocent too, you know. He believes my innocence. He just did it, all his stuff his way. You know. And that's why I felt like I had to settle and get me some good lawyers.
Do you feel like you have a better chance now?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And hopefully the truth will come out. Because that's all I want anyway.
You know, since we last spoke, you know, not only did, you know, the FBI confirm 100% that the remains were Teresa's found in, you know, the remains that they found were Teresa's, but, you know, they have this confession from your nephew, and, you know, there's a few other things, too, that I wanted to get to, but, you know, someone who you know, why don't you talk to, you know, as if you're talking to someone who, you know, has heard all of this stuff and, you know, it doesn't really look very good. Why should they believe you that you know, after all this evidence, which seems pretty strong, why should they believe you?
Because his story, there ain't nothing, well, it makes no sense. There's no other evidence. Who's ever doing this to me knows what's going on. You know, they're planning it. Who's planning it? I don't know. I just like the key. They searched that place quite a few times. And then Manitowoc County cop found the key laying out there in the open. You know, and and they said it was covered up. Then they got to understand it was out and open, you know, because they're putting it there. You know, and just like if that is her remains, somebody put it there. You know, it's just like they got enough time to do anything they want because they blocked off the state highway and everything so nobody could see, you know, go past. All of this don't make no sense. I had it made. You know, I was going to work almost every day. I was getting that $425,000 from the state. My lawsuit was almost done. You know, everything was falling into place. And then it all broke loose. You know, it was just like my first bit. Now it's all happy and all over again.
The prosecutors also say that they have some evidence that you had told a fellow prison inmate about planning, you know, diagramming out a torture chamber, and that you know, if you had to get rid of remains, you would burn them. What do you think of that?
They want to get out of prison?
Sorry?
They want to get out of prison?
Oh.
They're making it up? Because I don't know them? See, in Green Bay, you can't talk, sit one place and talk. You know, I did out of body for 9 years. And I'm up there working all the time. You know, to them, they said they see me around that I seen on TV. When I see them around, you don't sit there and talk to them. And I was in there I was innocent. Why would I be talking about something like that? You know? And I didn't barely even talk to anybody in prison. You know, I met a couple of guys, but that was it. And they still write me. And that's the only ones I dealt with. Otherwise, I dealt with the officers. I talked to the officers, you know. I got an officer in Fox Lake. He used to come up to see me at home.
So you never had diagrammed any torture chamber or told anyone that if you, you know, even just as a joke or in passing or in any way, you never told anyone any of that?
No, because I don't talk like that. You know, I help people. I don't destroy people. You know, somebody needs help, I help them. You know, I'll do without, you know, so I can help people.
Can you give me some examples?
Well, like somebody's needs some help on the weekend or, you know, help.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Help, you know, at their home or something, or somebody's broke down or whatever, you know, not pull over and stop. Anybody that needs, you know, everything done, you know, I'll help.
Prosecutors also said that you had called Auto Trader to request Teresa, but that you gave a fake name, like your sister's name. Was that true?
No. See, I don't have to ask for Teresa. I just call in. Now, it depends whose vehicle it is. If it's my sister's, then I give her phone number. If it's mine, I give my phone number. But I just call there and set up an appointment. And it's always Teresa who's got this area.
And was that your vehicle that was the van, or was that your sister's?
That was my sister's. And that was underneath her phone number. Now, she'd been coming out there for a year or over a year. Why would I have to ask for her?
your fiance say about all of this?
Oh, she believes in me. She said it's all screwed up. She said it don't make no sense at all.
How often do she and your mom visit?
Twice a week.
Do they come together?
Yeah. Yeah, because Jody ain't got no license, so Mom's got to bring her. Or Laura brings her when she's down.
And I think that maybe you addressed this before, but your mom still believes that you're innocent?
Yeah.
What about when the additional charges were filed? What went through your head?
It was bogus, especially when you got no evidence. You know, I got a fiance. I don't want another woman. I ain't one to cheat on my girlfriends. And that's the only one I've been out with since I've been out, is with Jody. You know, she used to drink, you know, and she stopped drinking because nobody cared for her before, and I did.
You had mentioned when we spoke last that you were getting some letters. Are you still getting letters?
Every once in a while.
What are they like?
That they believe my innocence in that. Then we got a couple from Chichita, from the girls there, that they believe my innocence in that.
The attorneys, or the Hallback family had filed a civil suit against you. Had you heard that?
Yeah. Yeah, I got the papers. They gave them to me. Then I gave them to the lawyer. The lawyer was handling it now.
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't see what they're trying to do. You know, there's something fishy about all of this. I don't know. They say they found her remains on my property, and it ain't even my property. I only stayed there. You know, and they say it's, you know, Avery's auto salvage property. It's not. It's somebody from Milwaukee who owns it. You know. I don't know what the lawsuit is. It don't make no sense. It's kind of early for it. You know, for me. You know, they're saying I'm guilty before I even go to trial. You know, where's the justice? You know, I thought you're supposed to be innocent and proven guilty. You know, but here they got me guilty all the way. And I got to prove my innocence, just like last time. And it took over 18 years. Now I got to figure out who's setting me up. I said, that's my worst thing, is to find out. Because I know somebody knows something out there.
Do you think that they somehow got to your nephew?
What do you mean?
Well, it seems like beyond the DNA, that the most damaging evidence is what your nephew said. Do you think that somehow whoever's setting you up talked to him as well? Or do you think that's different?
I don't know. It's so hard to say. You know, it's law enforcement knows everything, you know, and they're going to him because before that, well, everybody out there knows that I'm innocent, you know, and they didn't want that. So they had to figure something out. They can turn everybody against me. And that's why they went that way. See, they were trying to get Jody to break when she was in jail. But then I told Jody to make out a letter where she don't want to talk to him no more. So it was right after that they got Brendan. Yeah, I can't do nothing, or she can't do nothing without anybody knowing. You know, everything I do, they know. Anybody I see, who I talk to, it's all recorded all. They listen to it.
You know, recently the attorneys for Teresa Halbach's family had filed a motion to freeze your financial assets from the settlement.
That's gone. The attorney's got that. How can you freeze something when I ain't got?
And any future earnings as well, they have to be frozen.
The only thing I own right now is my grand aunt, and they got that impounded. I was supposed to be getting that back.
And what about the judge's decision to raise your bail?
That's ridiculous. You know, I got a good record with the courts. I said, with the evidence, there ain't no evidence.
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
There's no evidence to back it up. He shouldn't even let that thing in. You know? And there ain't no reason why he's going to take the property bond. That's just like I'm going to run and put my family out on the street. You know? I'm not going to do that. Because that's ridiculous. They just don't want me out. You know, just like last time, I didn't have no bail. This time I got bail, and I can't afford it. And when I can afford it, then they know it's up to property. You know? So that's my say, you're saying I'm guilty. You know, so anybody can go up and say something, and they should arrest them. You know? When you court somebody, of course, he's going to say something. A lot of people are scared, you know, at first. They don't know which way to go.
You're talking about your nephew when you coerce somebody,
Yeah.
you're going to say something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or that's any other kid, you know. Because you got it all the time in the prison system. Somebody's in there and they coerce them. You know? They got the Innocent Project. Look how many people they're letting out. And then you figure the Innocent Project says I'm innocent too. You know, my fiancé talked to Keith Finley, the one who did my case, and he told her that I was innocent too. But see, you can't get nobody to help. You know? See, I don't see why I should have to sit in this jail for something I didn't do. They should put me out on bail and investigate more. You know, have the state investigate. You know? Or somebody up in Washington and see what's going on. Why should I get screwed all the time? It's my second time. You know, who does time for the second time for something that he didn't do? You know, I could see one time, but this is 2 times already to me. You know, all I want to do is marry my fiancée and be on with my life and have a good one. That's all I want. And I can't even get that.
You know, the Brown County District Attorney is, I don't know if you had heard about this, that they're investigating some allegations against you as well. But, and they weren't being real specific, but something that happened previously. I think it was last summer. Do you know what that is all involving?
Yeah. One of my brother's kids, that's false information too.
What are they, what do you mean one of your brother's kids? That it was against them, or what? I don't know if you can explain that.
My younger brother's kid. She's 18 now. But see, we used to go fishing and hunting and everything else. So she spent a lot of time with me. But then her mom got idea there was something going on. You know.
Like sexual? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That the two of you were having sex?
Yeah. Or something. And she told everybody that there was nothing going on. And that was back then. And now they want to bring it up again now.
Was it true? Were the two of you, or was that a lie?
No, that's a lie. I was with Jody, with my fiancée, all the while. And I'm not going to cheat on Jody.
When did all that surface? Was that last summer?
I don't remember. No, I think it was 2 summers ago.
Was it the girl who was accusing you? Or was it
her mom was.
So she was telling your mom that wasn't the case?
Yeah. She told everybody that. Not happened.
That it didn't happen?
Yeah, that it didn't.
And she was 16 at the time, would you say?
Oh, 16 or 17. 17, I think she was.
That's Earl's daughter?
Yeah.
They really seem to target you. Do you have any idea why they do?
I don't know. That's what I can't figure out. Because I just did 18 years, and I got a lawsuit for $36 million. Now, see, Earl's kids had a rough, I don't know, the older one had a rough time. So she always used to talk, you know.
The older one, is that the one who's involved in this other incident?
Yeah. Yeah.
So when you say that she used to talk, what do you, like, lie?
I just make up stories. You know, they had the kids taken away from them once, you know. They investigated it. They had a hard time getting them back, but they got them back.
Why did they have their kids taken away?
I don't know. I guess her side, and I guess everything else were stories. They were touching them or something. I don't know. I guess they found out that was a lie or something. So then they got him back. And he had to go through counseling and everything else. Earl did.
So since you've been out, you've not had sex with anyone else but your wife?
Yeah.
I mean, your fiancée?
Yeah. Yeah, she was the first one and only one.
You know, there's certainly these allegations floating about of rape. Have you ever raped anyone?
No. No, not at all. That's not my style.
And I guess the same question would be, you never murdered anyone either.
No. No, that I don't think I could ever do.
Can you explain a little bit why you think that you could never do that?
Well, taking a human life, I don't think I could do everything not like that and sleep at night. I don't think there is no way. You know, animals different. You know, to shoot a deer or something. You know, but a human, I don't see it. You know, when something's on TV and something like that, and somebody's doing something, you know, sometimes I get kind of weak. Sometimes it feels like I'm going to cry and that. So I know there's no way I could even think about it.
You know, some people say that you know, prison really changes a person. Do you think that the prison changed you?
This call was from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Well, I had a lot of hate in prison because I was in there for something I didn't do. You know, changed. Well, you don't take life for granted too much. You know, you learn to take patience because everything, it takes time. You know, nothing happens just like that when you run through it on the street. You know, on the street you can get stuff done, you know, just like that. In prison you gotta wait. You know, it might take a week, 2 weeks, it might take a month. You know. I learned patience in there. You know.
You said that you had a lot of hate in prison. Do you think that you can ever really get rid of that?
Well, when I left the doors, I got rid of it. You know, I didn't have no hate when I left the last gate with my daughter and my sister. It disappeared. You know, I suppose it was something different. You know, I'm finally out. You know.
Speaking of your children, you have 4 children, is that right?
Yeah.
And how have you had what's been your relationship with them?
None except for one, with Jennifer. Well, she stayed with me for a little while. Then she wanted to get on her own. You know, now she got an apartment and everything else.
Is she living in the area?
Yeah.
Is Jennifer Avery? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. And why is there no contact with the others?
Probably because of her mother. I think she coerced them to, I don't know, pay me, do what I want to do with me. You know, I see Rachel, you know, once in a while over by Jenny. She does say hi, but that's about it. You know.
What does Jennifer have to say about all of this?
Well, she knows I'm innocent. She knows that I'll keep on fighting. You know.
To kind of go back to your nephew, are you harboring any hard feelings for him for making this confession?
Well, not really. Because I went through all of that stuff already. You know, the people in prison. And I know what the cops are noted for. You know, because you see it all the time on these programs. So how can I blame him? You know, if they believe him his first statement, you know, then it shouldn't be bad at all. You know. You know, just like my sister. It's like the detectives were after her and after her. Well, then she said what she said. But then when she found out the truth, well, then it was all different. You know, after she talked to her son.
So there's no truth at all to anything he's saying?
No, not at all. And the evidence should prove that when they're done with it.
What do you think your chances are?
I don't know. If we can get the truth out, then my chances are good. But, you know, fighting with the cops, you know, they know what to do and what not to do. So, I don't go either way.
Are you optimistic?
Yeah.
Do you think that you'll be found not guilty if it gets that far?
I would think so. You know, I didn't do it, so I should be found not guilty. And I think that's what they're afraid of. You know, I had the sheriff and the DA last time against me, and everybody was for me. You know? Now I got the same thing. It's only at once, it's twice. All I want is somebody to come out forward and say what happened. Let me know something. If it's law enforcement and whoever, somebody got to talk.
And what about all of this evidence against you? What do you know? Maybe tell me one more time how you explain that.
I don't know what evidence they got against me.
You know, the DNA evidence, and you know
the only thing I know about is the key, her remains, and the blood in the vehicle. Which that's all I know of.
And how do you think that got there?
Somebody put it there. They got it from my bathroom, took it from there, and dropped it in her vehicle. There's a couple of drops and a smear up by the key there, by the dash or something. Which, it was my middle finger was cut, and I don't see how it's going to get on the dash. No, that don't make no sense. You know, when I cut my hand, it broke open Thursday night, and I didn't clean it up. I left it there. You know. And somebody cleaned it up. Somebody broke in the back door and got it. You know, because they told the guy who owned the trailer that they didn't break the back door. But see, I never paid attention to that. So I thought maybe that's how they got in. I don't know.
If I can play just devil's advocate for a second, you know, but it's not only that. It's the DNA. The FBI had determined that the bones were Teresa's. That there was blood found in your trailer, her blood. The confession. All those things together. I mean, that doesn't really look very good.
I never heard no blood found in the trailer.
There was blood by the bathroom, or in the bathroom, and there was blood on the door.
Of hers?
They never said whose it was.
No, that must be mine, from my finger.
But I guess that, again, playing devil's advocate, what I'm trying to say is that they don't have just one piece. They have a lot of pieces, that point to you.
Yeah. I don't know or nothing else. That's the thing. there ain't nothing in that trailer that belongs to her.
This call is from the Calumet County Jail. This call may be monitored or recorded.
Unless they put it there, like the key. And I don't see who's got one key.
Yeah.
You know. But I know there ain't no blood in that trailer. All there would be blood is from my finger. That did, or from the dog. Because my fiancé would let the dog in, and by his lower mouth would be bleeding all the time. Just like the garage, he got blood. That's animal blood. It's from a deer. But I guess they'll find that out when they test it.
Who do you think did kill her?
I don't know. If I knew, I would say.
Do you think it was someone else in your family?
I don't know who it could be. But see, that won't make no sense either. How's that key going to get there? Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. I can't. You know, they search a place 100 times, well, then they come up with a key. And there's nobody allowed in there. You know, that's what I can't figure out. And I don't see no other evidence coming to me, except for them couple things.
Do you think that your nephew did it by himself?
See, that's hard to believe, too, because I seen him go out the driveway.
Say that one more time?
I said, I seen her go out the driveway.
Oh, you seen her go out the driveway?
Yeah. After she took pictures.
So you don't believe that your nephew had anything to do with it?
I don't see how.
Okay, I think that, I think that overall the developments that I had wanted to run past you, is there anything that we didn't touch on that you had wanted to talk about?
That's what I can think of.
Yes, we covered a lot of ground, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey, I appreciate you giving me a call, and, you know, I wouldn't be, if I were you, I wouldn't be surprised if I send you more letters.
Yeah.
But, you know, this does have a really wide reach, and a lot of people will see your words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I just want the truth to come out, you know. Well, that's all I'm asking for. You know, to set me free. You know, so I can get married. You know, they took all my money now. Now what am I going to do? See, none of that don't bother me. You know, they can have all their money. Just let me free for something I didn't do.